What's up, friends? Empress Dannie here, back with another episode of the Daily Grind. Yes, it's me pouring you up a nice hot cup. Yum, yum, yum. A nice hot cup of joe. Gonna get your day off to a bright, beautiful start. Shall we check in and get our messages for today? I love you guys. Go ahead and like the video for me if you will. I appreciate that. And let's get into today's messages. I don't know why I'm picking up in meditation and energy of like nice for what, okay? And this could be like someone from the past. Obviously, that song is I Keep Letting You Back In. But it feels like there's a situation where it's your nature, perhaps, to be nice, but something makes me feel like you've not been given any reason to, and the flow or current of energy, the way that it's going, it may be forcing you. I hear the word course, okay? So this could be like to course correct, to correct the course. This could also be like sandpaper energy, maybe to be a bit more coarse, right? Sand it down, okay? So you could certainly be doing that. Nice for what? Less, okay, I just heard file this down. So you could be filing something. This could also be like keeping record, if you will, right? If you think about files that keep record, I see the crow, okay? And the owl, okay? So I definitely, for some of you, this could certainly speak to your work, your self-work, your petitions, your prayers, the things that you've been putting your effort and energy into. But the crow is a message about change, okay? So I definitely feel like with the owl, this is kind of like, this can definitely be an energy of like observation. Oh, I see you watching, but there's no change. It could also be where you are maybe listening closely and you sense, you see, or you pick up on signs of that things are changing, right? And again, positive, negative. The owl is kind of an energy of seeing beyond sight. Owls are nocturnal, so it has to do with the darkness, nighttime, when there's no visibility or limited visibility. The owl, I just heard, was made for this, okay? So yeah, I was created for this. It's almost like you were made to be able to pick up on when you don't see change, just being able to sense whether this is like telling you it's time to change, whether it's telling you things are changing, or it tells you maybe something that you need to do. I know what I need to do in order to bring change. So the crow and the owl, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue digging, right? A bit deeper, shall we? Shall we go? Shall we? Um, I like this because I definitely get a sense of like not waiting for someone else maybe to tell you what to do, but you stepping up and taking the lead. This is kind of an energy of like silence speaks louder than words, right? I don't know why I kind of get like, I know what that means, okay? I see the humble pie card here where I'm guided to stop. So there could certainly be, sometimes this is where we're in a position where spirit with humble pie, I just heard we have to eat that, right? Because if we've been in a position where we haven't been paying attention to the signs, indications of change, the Jupiter card came out. This says recovery, too much of a good thing. Now is the time to regain equilibrium. So like I said, if there's course correct or correcting, maybe it is by being a bit coarse. Something makes me feel like today you're recovering with Jupiter. You're demonstrating your growth by taking those steps. What could be like taking things to the next level, taking the opportunity to get back. Anything that perhaps, and this could be even opportunities that were stolen from you, that were taken from you. This could be like, I didn't take the time previously. Again, was being nice, right? And for what? And for what? Okay. I definitely feel like this recovery energy is you taking your power back. I kind of get something having to do with your mind or your mental state, right? Regaining focus, recovering what could be like the right thing for you to focus on. And look at that. We've got a young privileged lady, right? This could be you recovering the aspect of you that's like, wait a minute. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I know I'm right. So if that's the case, I just heard, why do I feel wrong? This is kind of like it's a privilege to be with you or to be in your company or to have you around. Um, this is also like the energy of like my intentions are pure. So if there's something that I want to get back or to recover, sometimes we'll go through changes in life and our pure intentions will maybe be muddied. It won't look like it, right? I don't know why I kind of feel like this could be a perspective adapted to the self that you're changing, because you're not who or what you've been through. Okay. That's the experience. And the recovery is realizing like, wait a minute, I'm a treasure. I'm a jewel. I'm favored. I am worthy. It's a privilege. And that is because I feel like now understand that it goes without being said. You could be ending relationships in what feels like taking your power back in some way. I don't know why that felt like real, like strong, the main male. I don't know why this feels like, let me get back. Like from a woman's perspective, this feels like it's some things life owes me. And the men may resonate as well, right? It's some things life owes me. But I understand life didn't give it to me. So this is me changing the way I live my life, the way I do business, the way I operate in order for me to get what it is that I deserve. That's what I feel. This is taking your power back, taking your authority in your hands. With the main male, you could be asserting yourself in some way. It does give off Aries vibes. So you could be asserting yourself, but it feels like maybe the ability or like the power that you have to assert yourself is part of your privilege, right? That's something that you have the privilege. This is the authority that I have. I can do that. That's kind of what it feels like. It also feels like you could be in some way doing this so that you can have the privilege, so that you can get your privileges back, so that you can get your power back, something of that nature. Message of concern is a secondary card that came back out, okay? So I'm not sure if you're sending it or if you are receiving it. We'll pull a couple more cards just to see there are any additional messages that Spirit adds to give context to these. Yet this feels like when you have to assert your will, okay? Obviously someone else could be doing this, right? Because I can't lie, it kind of gives the energy of like getting you back, right? Not like revenge, but like realizing perhaps like now I realize how much of a privilege it was to have you. Let me do what I need to do in order to get you back. Okay, so I feel like just be mindful. Someone could certainly be in a position where, yeah, I see good fortune, where I was guided to stop shuffling. Someone could be in a position where they realize like you're my good luck charm, you're good to have around. This could be like you are sincere, so they could be wanting to like, recover, like, oh, how do I, but if so, something makes me feel like that's going to be where you may be the owl, right? Where you're, who, like who, me, right? That type of energy. It just feels like things have changed, okay? I like this because this could certainly be like a refreshing time of life where people come back and the message is different. Their conversation is different. What they have to say as it pertains to you is different. They're maybe treating you in a way that is more beneficial. Thank you. That's the privilege that I deserve, right? This could be where someone's trying to save face when we talk about recovery, right? Trying to, get back, right? And your good graces could be what that is. So there could be some aspect of that. I see divine guidance is here. So if so, just know this could certainly be spirit led. Spirit could be leading you in some way, and by similar means, to maybe put some energy into recovering similar relationships. So I feel like the message of concern, if you are stepping up in some way and sending it, or being spirit led to send it, go ahead and send it. If in some way you are you are receiving something, let spirit guide you through whatever that concern is that's expressed. The energy that came out is good fortune, banish a curse, and union. Okay. So this could be like a bad contract, right? An unhealthy relationship. There's something that's coming up that it's very fortunate. I feel like the good fortune is because there's alignment to eliminate some aspect of the curse in this. And it's really by partnering with spirit and stepping up in all the ways perhaps that spirit is having you to step up, doing whatever things, task, spirit is having you or leading you to do. And it feels as though on the other side of you just doing as spirit is leading you to do today, there's something that you're recovering or that you're getting back. And I definitely feel like you can sense this. I feel like you know this in so many regards. It's not being said, but I feel like there's an understanding of this. Look at this. Speaking of Jupiter, right? This card says what? Jupiter, abundance. And this card says abundance, right? Card number 8. So I feel like we're good to leave it there. Change, okay? Something makes me, yeah, I just heard Jay-Z. That's the sound of the price going up. So I feel like you're more valuable. Something about your energy is more abundant, because with the main male, I feel like you stepped up, right? You stepped up to express your concerns. This could certainly have someone else like, I can't drop my dime, right? That's the sound of change. I need to go ahead and take my own power into my hands. I just heard in order to pick it up. So for some of you, I just heard you could be getting picked up. I'm not sure what that looks like. That could be job, business. This could be any type of way. It could be love, relationship. So let's check the link in the description. Join us over on Patreon. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other platforms for more content. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.